Yeah. So I showed back on like with a tie on and full Joker makeup.
And you did Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
The Joker everyone was worried about there was going to be a mass shooting, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because this was like 2019. This was like when it was coming out.
This is the school shooter Joker you're dressed up as.
This isn't Jared Leto Hot Topic Joker.
No,
this is the hardcore.
This is your man's Joker.
The guy who went too dark and killed himself with drugs or whatever.
Oh, Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger, yeah.
I would have done that, but I didn't think I could pull it off.
You have overdosed in the office with the Joker costume.
Right. I just keep...
You overdosed.
I keep stabbing pencils into my desk.
But no, that was the obvious choice. Joaquin Phoenix was the obvious choice.
So I started...
I might shoot you, I might quit.
No, exactly. That's it. I wanted to be a little scared.
Yeah.
And then I walked into his office, and I'm like...
God, dude.
This is...
Every time I hear the story, I like cry. I'm like, oh my God.
In retrospect, I kind of didn't know how much they thought I was about to shoot up the place. Like, they were actually terrified. Because
you're an imposing adult man in a Joker outfit. Like, you need to talk.
Yeah, I'm like 6'5", I'm in a Joker outfit. I'm clearly about to start crying. And I knock on my boss's door, and I'm like, can we speak for a second? And he's like, yeah, come in. Full makeup. And then I sat down. I was like, I don't like this place. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I'm quitting. And then he tried to talk me into staying. And then that's when, I'll tell the real story, I just started crying in front of him. And I was crying, and the makeup was running down. The Joker makeup was running down my face.
Tough time.
Yeah. And I was too like emotional and weird that I had to like leave, and then I had to come back the next day to get all my shit.
What were you wearing?
I was dressed as Harley Quinn.
It's great that everyone you told me that you had like a really fat boss that open carried with the gun.
Yeah.
The gun right here, like wedged in between the fat.
Yeah,
I've
right here.
one of those guys before. That's an interesting boss.
Mm-hmm.
Like an old like railroad.
There's a lot of them in like
He kind of looked like that. He looked like the Monopoly man a little bit. And he always opened. He used to be a cop, but then he got like hit by a garbage truck, so he couldn't be a cop anymore.
That's their fucking. They dream about that all day.
Dude,
getting run over.
Dude, he got like $2 million from the city. He was like fucking made. Yeah.
Philly cops can't sue the city.
Really?
Why not?
They like agree to not be able to do that.
Yeah. Too many of them could just get killed and maimed.
Yeah, or they could just agree. They could all just be right out on the steps. They can get like paid time off for like twisting their ankle for 10 years. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong. That's what I thought I've heard. But he got the sue. So he got hit by. I guess he got hit by the garbage truck. So.
Yeah. So he got like $2 million from the city, and he just worked because he was bored. And he would carry a gun, and when he was chewing people out, he would take the gun out and like wave it around.
What?
Like as a bit. Yeah.
It was like a novelty item to him.
Yeah. I remember him literally like taking the gun out and like putting it on the table because like somebody's like, I fucked the deal up.
It's crazy that that's 1 degree away from just spinning it on his finger.
Right.
Yeah. It's like Deer Hunter. He's like playing Russian roulette at his alarm job.
Well, they're also like trained too. Like if you were to reach, he might reflexively fucking draw them.
Oh, and I thought about it all the time.
Just try to draw. You want suicide by cop the alarm, please?
Suicide by retired cop.
When you went in Joker makeup, he definitely had his hand like on a gun.
Oh yeah.
I was wondering if I didn't know he was packing.
He was probably like had like one of those shotguns under the table. Like the Old West
from the Hateful Eight.
Yeah. On like a screw or whatever, but yeah. And then later I tried to get a recommendation from him, and he trashed me. Obviously.
What?
So I didn't get
He
a
didn't
job.
give you a good rep?
Yeah. Believe it.
Well, do you remember some of the verbiage, or was it just?
Yeah, what'd he say?
They didn't tell me, but I called him up. I was like, "Hey, I know I quit in Joker makeup, but like, there's this really sweet job opportunity." I go, just tell me straight. Like, would you give me a good recommendation if I put you down? And he's like, "Yeah, totally."
Oh, what a dick.
And I was crushing interviews. I was not mentioning the Joker at all. And they were literally about to hire me. They're like, "We just need to talk to like your past bosses." And they called me up and they go, "Hey, just to let you know, like that guy like trashed the shit out of you. Like we were about to hire you. That guy like for like 20 minutes just trashed the shit out of you."
Why did you do fake boss?
I should have done fake boss.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Always do fake boss.
I know. I fucked up.
Oh yeah,
I've been fake boss. For a
You
couple times.
you
Really?
look up a business that just went under.
Exactly.
Yeah. I work for Toys R Us. Put that on my resume.
And then you just like give them your friend's number or whatever.
Yeah,
Your buddy gets to have like a fun little acting day where he like hypes you up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
Services. Maybe, oh yeah, he's not doing the part.
Yeah.
He's a real good player.
No, I played by the rules too much.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah,
stupid in
resumes
America.
are fake, dude.
Yeah.
My resumes were fiction.
Yeah,
I had a
yeah.
resume for every like industry I wanted to work in. Like, yeah, for sure. Dude. So that was for sure.
That's how people I know that made it as like bartenders and
Yes.
like really like they found a restaurant like in Texas or wherever they're from, and
Yep.
they just say it just closed. Like last year, they said they worked there for 7 years as the head bartender.
Mm.
What are you gonna do? You're not gonna track anybody down.
And they don't. Do. And it's embarrassing to admit this. I thought about waiting for a while when I was doing stand up, and I was like, it's like fucking whole other. I
Yeah.
almost was. I
love that.
It's like being a nurse.
Right.
I thought I wanted the flexible hours and like the easy cash and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And I remember my friend told me he was like, find a bar in New York that just closed. Say you work there. I was like, "You're good to go."
Yeah, and you
I
just need
thought
like your
about it.
certification or
I
something.
talked to two of my friends and like, you can't do that. I was like, I could do it. I'm like, dude, you couldn't do it. I was a busboy. I fucking quit in like 2 days every time. Yeah, I couldn't
Jesus.
do that. Yeah, I was a dick.
You have to have like a DUI to be a busboy. You have to have a bike and a DUI.
That's what should be on your resume.
Yeah, you just bring that in, like, oh, you're hired.
Right. Do you have an ankle monitor?
I was a busboy and I quit on I was in high school and I quit on Valentine's Day.
Dude,
And the
nice.
guy was like, you don't understand what you're doing to me. It's like, dude, what are we dating, dude? I'm trying to go to the dance, dude.
What are you doing
Fuck
to
off.
me?
Dude, he's like, you're fucking me right now. And it's like, dude, fuck off,
Right.
man.
That is
Like-
the best part when they quit and they're like, you don't understand like integrity, perseverance. It's like you're like the worst. You're a villain. You're a villain who's in control of 9 people.
I know. Well, that was the thing. I didn't understand the restaurant rush of Valentine's Day. I was in high school. I was like, dude, I'm trying to go to the dance and get pussy.
Right.
How are you not on my side with this?
Right.
He's like, we're going to be slammed. I was like, okay. So what?
Yeah.
I was like, I quit.
Right. I won't be here anymore, so I don't care.
I wanted to explain them too. I was like, dude, I don't do anything anyway. Like, I don't even fold the napkins. I fake shit, and then I just pour water for people, and I go there high,
Right.
and I just stand around and joke with Mexican dudes. I was like, I'm pretty sure you guys will find out.
Mm-hmm. That is the best part of a kitchen job, though.
They're the best.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's where all the racism is.
I learned so many
Well,
swears.
construction sites. you'd be
Construction
surprised.
sites too, and so much Dr. Pepper if you work construction. You get to your diet is just like you can do whatever the fuck you
No,
want.
there's no rule. Oh, you can't eat too healthy because they'll call you gay.
Yeah,
But
they'll literally make fun of
if you
you.
eat like I would eat like rice, chicken, and vegetables, and they'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
They would attack me. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, you guys keep doing that."
Americone over here. Yeah. If you ate a salad, they would like bury you in the concrete.
The Mexicans are understanding. The Mexicans get together on the construction site and they throw like a little fucking like siesta type setup. Where
Mhm.
They would take like the propane heaters. They would like set tinfoil on, like use them to heat up stuff and make like full meals.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd be working, I'd be working with the whites for the most part, the whites and the blacks, and they would
Sure.
like, they would rag on me, man, for like a nice healthy meal. Dude, I would work with guys that put like 14 sugars in coffee.
Yeah, yeah.
And look at me and be like, diabetes runs in my family anyway.
Anyway.
There's type 2, bro. And he's like, yeah, whatever, type 1, type 2. I'm like, oh, they're very different.
Right.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, yeah. You can't breathe right now. Yeah.
Dude, I was a fucking bitch boy for a construction site for like 2 summers in a row. Dad
Mhm.
got me that job because he
Yeah.
like, knew the guy.
Were you sweeping and stuff? Or like,
I was the guy walking around, and I was making $10.50 an hour, and I worked like 55 hours a week. So it was like, and my rent was like $150. I couldn't believe. I was like, I can't believe they're just giving me
Yeah.
all this money.
Like I've made it. I've
Right.
made it.
that's
Yeah.
the trap for construction for the young man. It gets you intoxicated. He's like, I'll never make more money than this.
Mhm.
You just destroyed that.
Oh, the welders made so much money that they just lived in Holiday Inns, and when they didn't like the job, they would just go to another because they could make, especially like specialty welding and stuff, because it's for oil modules. But I was just the bitch at the construction site. I'd walk around and I was fat with a trash can on my back, and I would pick up the
You're
cigarette
like
butts.
Golden Axe. You're like the gnome from Golden Axe.
Dude, I would just wander like this scorched earth,
Right.
and they would just yell things at me.
You're like their hired homeless person. You're picking up cans and
Dude,
shit.
my head's already big. I had to wear like the biggest construction helmet they had, and then I was wearing like my like Clark Kent glasses. So they'd be like, "Hey, Clark Kent, how about you get those pallets and fly them over to the warehouse?" Just roasting me all day
Fun of
long.
all day.
All day long, because I had to wear big goggles over
safety
my
goggles.
Warby Parker
Yeah.
glasses in 2011 in Abilene, Texas. Like,
Wow, so this must have been a big construction site. This is like,
it was huge.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like corporate construction. That's
Mhm.
where they make you wear like all the safety shit. And,
Yeah.
Yo, I didn't realize how people die constantly.
Constantly.
They get I mean, when I was there, one guy got hit. Some rebar is like sliding down this conveyor belt thing, and he was just like turned around, and a piece of rebar just shot out.
Yeah.
And it just hit him in the back, and he went down.
Oh, dude, people get fucked up all the time. I saw a guy fall like 35 feet, and he almost died.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, he had to get like helicoptered out
Jesus.
of there.
That's the biggest thing with OSHA. They say the biggest,
Right.
the most amount of deaths are from falling,
Yeah.
and from like 7 feet and up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, 7 people, but this guy was like 30 feet up, and he fell, and we were both on a roof, and it was a tin roof with like fiberglass skylights, but they painted the skylights green for some reason.
Mhm.
So it was just the same. It looks like it's like that ridged metal roof material for an industrial building,
Mhm.
and the fiberglass like patches, I guess, let lighting, whatever it was, look exactly the same, and they were painted the same color. So we were both like trying to dismantle this big like heated thing. I don't even know what it was, and I went this way, he went that way, and he just chose the way that had the fucking trapdoor.
Mhm.
And just turned around and saw his hands literally like a cartoon, like his hands were up in the air and he was going no, and he went down 30 feet, and I watched him break
Jesus.
his hip, smack his head.
Dude, how many people you think died in like the 20s when they were building like the skyscrapers in New York?
Pictures
And
when
they're
they're
just
on the
eating
beams.
sandwiches. There was always like an old timey comic up there, like tap dancing.
Devin, it was like lemmings. They were all just falling.
Yeah.
one
Just
by
every
one.
day.
Yeah.
That was like the first falling man.
Look
Yeah.
up guitar, dude. It's just probably like guitar now.
Yeah.
Guitar, they built that stadium.
They killed like
Yeah.
3,000 people or something building that stadium.
Just
Yeah.
from heat, dude.
Yeah,
True.
they should have just built the stadium out of dead guys.
Yeah, it's
that
just made
worked on
out
it.
of like poor people.
Yeah,
Yeah, at least build them in. Yeah, build them into the structure.
yeah, like Han Solo. They just frozen into the wall.
You high five the players, high five them on the way down. Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
So did you see like the guy's bones sticking out and shit?
Yeah, he was fucked. He was
Oh.
like, he had blood coming out of his ears. That's usually a sign of brain bleeding, apparently.
Yeah.
And he was just going, like his breath. And it was just blood coming. He was fucked.
man.
So let me ask you this, because this is what they try to do. Because they're very proud of we've been this many days without a work accident. I think a work accident is technically they had to stop, like halt production because someone like died.
Right,
Like, there's
yeah.
a dead body.
Mhm.
You can't just be like.
They're like, he's stuck in the machine, so we have to
They're like, all right,
close the factory.
get back to work. Like it's a dead person. There has to be like a thing.
Mhm.
So what they did with this guy when he got hurt really bad, I remember that day, they just put him in like a double wide. And they're like, just sit here because there's like 3 more hours of work
I
left.
want to stop the clock.
They're like, is your head hurt really bad? They knew he didn't have any like internal bleeding probably, but he
Yeah.
was in an insane amount of pain.
Yeah.
So they just put him in like the nurse's office basically, and
Yeah.
he's just screaming in pain for 4 hours.
They tell him to do all the things you're not supposed to. Like, just go to sleep.
Yeah,
Just sleep.
yeah.
No, they're just smoking cigarettes.
They're like feeding him Dr. Pepper like he's a wounded animal. Like he's a,
Yeah,
he's a
like
squirrel
you
you
rescued a
found.
possum.
Yeah, put him in just a Mexican guy in a shoebox. They're like, put
Piece of lettuce.
They're like, put him in the closet, see if he lives.
Just putting a talkie in it and closing it.
Right, just leave.
Backing away.
Yeah, your kids are just standing looking at him. He's like, yeah,
Wounded bird. Oh.
He
Yeah,
just-
they were just like, it was terrible. It was actually like my friend I grew up with, but yeah,
Oh,
it was
Jesus.
a big deal. But